Meliodas versus Zeldris, this confrontation that we've wanted for a very long time with his own brother and with the power of their father, the Demon King, by his side as well. This is something that's been wanting to set up for a while, and I'm pretty goddamn excited, especially as well, while a lot of people are being like, remind me, like, why do we hype for Zeldris? It's exactly why he's this fucking strong in the first place, is because of the fact that he's been given the power of his father. So after like last week's chapter, after we just had one of the most depressing things like happen to Meliodas alongside with Elizabeth, like this entire chapter, like for the most part and all that, was, I'd like to say, a lot of characters taking out some stress. Like definitely I would say like what we got to see in there, King alongside with Barn. Like Barn again, I feel like stole the chapter for the most part by only having a couple of pages and actually setting up some very much interesting, and that's the thing, there was multiple parts to this like chapter where like I felt like a good chunk of characters got a little time to shine like some of their new powers, also as well, especially as well King, some old faces that like when I even first started talking about Sin, some of the characters like completely forgot about that were in like the 40s and 50s, so it's been a very long time since like we've seen some of these characters, and like I was like, holy shit, I can't remember some of these kids and all that. It's like you get to see the kids that were like all in like King's like whole little village that you got like popped around all that when like he was trying to protect that one like holy knight. I believe that was like Guila's like father, that was like, you know, like he went through like had the demon blood inside of it and like it fucked him up, if I remember. Like I remember like parts of it like going on there, and it's been such a very long time and all that, but when he was going under the guise of like Armando, and like the fact that when we saw like Galva just going down there and like just pretty much like you get to see just using one of his like just bows like down immediately, was able to control this like one of these demons just with like ease. Like what is, I believe as well it was like a white demon as well, so it was like, you know, even as well it was like pretty like high or like level and all that, and like he just like punched himself to death and just killed him. And the other one just like King just did one of his Chatterfold transformations, I believe it was like the fifth form, and just sliced through it with ease. Like none of them are like at all like stressing about the situation that they're going for. And even as well, like they were saying, like, you know, holy shit, with all the kids and all that, and especially Armando is like, you know, like he was saying to him, and was saying, nah, I know your real name and all that, it's Galva, you're one of the 7 deadly sins, and you know, because of that and all that, I want to be just like you. I want to be, you know, like a holy knight. I want to be strong. And like even as well, like he was the only one that was actually sticking up to his village, because his village has been like, you know, fucking miserable state. You see like the start of this chapter, there's just nothing but graveyards, like just all there, just nothing but graves, and like most of the village just looks like a graveyard. It is miserable, and it's like this was just one stop that they had to go and all that throughout, like so they can get this like the city stronghold of Comrade, just so they can get into Camelot. And this is like what they're fucking pretty much agreed with on the side of the road. It's like, we just gotta make sure, like, you know, we can't stop every single like demon that comes across the road, but if we're near the area, if we are passing by that way and we're seeing some shit, like we've got to do something about it. Like that is that like even Galva, like he would be the one character that we know, if it wasn't for like the previous stuff that we've seen with him, he would have been like saying, oh, like, you know, this is an illogical like suit and all that, you know, this is giving more time for like, you know, anyone else to suffer like that. It's like, you know, our main goal is the main priority. Like, but no, the fact that he even went out there as well, he was like the first one out on the scenes as well to actually like save people. That was kind of what it was. And like Barn as well, like Barn did not come down there just to fucking like help or anything. He wanted just to let some steam off like what he's going through, and he's just like, you know, I need to do it. And the fact, like, it's this really just depressing thing. He's thinking about Meliodas' words very deeply about this. Like what he said, he's saying, I seen my like the woman I've loved and all that, like, you know, like 106 times I've watched her die, and this is the 107th, and it's like I've watched her final moments every single time. And like Barn is just walking by, he sees this demon, and he's just like humming and just singing. He's like, it's been a long time since I felt like dying, like, and I'm just like, and he's like, and the demon's like, why don't you just fucking die then? And like, and he's like, do you know what it feels like to have a woman, like, you know, to have the woman like you love die a second time? And just like seeing that, and it's just like, you know, I'm making a terrible, like, face and all that you're making right now, Demon. It seriously makes me want to puke. He's just taking the fucking hits and stuff, and it's like, I'm just gonna devour your soul, and I'll heal my wounds, I'll have my revenge. And he's like, you know, I don't think there's gonna be enough, you know, like, you know, to heal these wounds I'm about to do. And he just fucking stomps on this demon with his bare foot, and he's just like, he needs to let it out, where it's like, what am I gonna do? Like... And he can't say fucking anything now, because if he says, like, I'm gonna lose the woman I love and all that, like, Meliodas has gone through this not once, not twice, not thrice, not even an immeasurable amount of time. More time than you and Elaine have ever been together, including the span you two were separated. Like, he's gone through that whilst you were, like, thinking and glooming over Elaine. He had to keep going through the same process over and over again, even if he didn't want to. He would just have to keep watching, like, Elizabeth and every kind of Liz that he's seen throughout the entire lifetime, like, just disappear through his eyes. And it's just like, is, like, Barnes, like, is he thinking, it's like, am I going to be in the same situation? But then again, like, I'm not going to get that reset. I'm not going to get that. I get this one, it's done, and Elaine knows this. Like, Elaine's just like you're an idiot, like that. You're just like, well, like, Elaine, I think as well, like, she's come to terms with it, and Barn has come, like, he's trying to, but in his own way, he's just like, I need to let some fucking steam out. Like, even as that's like that, I'm pretty sure, like, guys in the comment section, like, anybody, you know, guys, girls, and like, you know, when you fucking, like, are in the wrong or in the right, and you're like, fuck me, there's nothing you can do about the situation, whatever the case may be and all that, like, whether or not you bombed that fucking, like, test or something like that, you had a shit day at work, and all that, you and your fucking girlfriend, like, split up with boyfriend, like, had a fucking argument, like, and you know what's fucking wrong, but you just need to let that fucking steam out, so you go outside, throw a smoke, you fucking punch the wall, you scream, you do the hand, and you go, ah! Like, you do all that. That's Barnes' way of getting through it, is by stomping the living dog shit out of the demon, because what can he do? Like, he hasn't got a magic little potion. He can't just go, fuck it, let the Millie's out, because she's going anyway. Like, you gotta do it, and that's the thing. Like, I still don't condone the relationship. It's still really great. I understand she's like fucking thousands years old and all that, and like as well. It's like, it's all I can never still get for that mind that, yeah, she looks like a fucking 12-year-old, and that's the whole appeal, like, you know, to the Japanese audience. But that doesn't mean I don't give a shit about what Barnes going through. Like, Barnes, like, that's still a shitty fucking situation to be, albeit and all that. I wish he went through a more voluptuous taste. Like, that's just personally me, you know, so I'm not gonna shake the tree on that one, but still, like, I was just like, the man's what he's got, like, he has to let it out somewhere and all that, and trust me, like, he can talk about it, because Bard is a fucking, at the end of the day, a very violent human being, and this is one of the ways to generally let out this, like, fucking trip. I kind of appreciate that, like, Diane is like, I'm the one that's been telling her to get her memories back, and I'm like, yeah, you dumb bitch. Like, you're the reason why this is going through, because you kept forcing her to get back. Now, I will say this, if anything, throughout every single character that has gone through the list and all that, like, Diane was, like, pretty high to me, at least on the middle of the roads, like, on there. Now, this may just be the recent chapters, or just a lot of the stuff that we've seen, but I can easily say and all that she has become the weakest member of the entire sins. And I'm not talking in strength, I'm just talking as a character in general. She's the weakest sins, like, character. I'm not talking, like, just out of the the 7 deadly sins and all that. Like, we still have the other people and all that, like, you know, with the Hendricksons and all the Fraudry and all these characters and all that we've gone through, all that. Like, I even saw some of the other Holy Knights and all that had gone down, but, like, out of just the main 7, I definitely think she's going down a lot more. And I hope, if anything and all that, she kind of redeems herself, because right now, like, there are parts when I see her in the fucking chapters, and I think she's insufferable. I'm like, Diane, just shut the fuck up. Like, just, you're the one that's, like, fucking moaning about saying, I need to do something, and then you're like, it's like, oh, it's my fault. Then prove, like, you know, help and all that. Like, you just crying while Elizabeth is fucking asleep is not gonna help. Meliodas is right out of the sea stronghold, and his brother's there, and he's just like, help him. Go out there right now. Literally, go out there right now and fucking, like, slap that shit out of that guy. Albeit you ain't gonna do shit, but it's the thought that fucking counts. Like, Albeit, like, the next chapter, I'm pretty sure the first thing is going to go, oh my god, you just got cleaned. Your clock got cleaned immediately. And I love how, like, Zeldris was just there. And he's just like, you're still, what, like, stubbornly, like, resilient, like, woman after everything and all that. You came here for her sake. And it's just like, and the fact of the matter was, it's like Merlin's like, Meliodas, this is a trap. He doesn't fucking say anything. He doesn't blink. He sees his brother right there, like, and he jumps the gun. This is like one of the first few times we've really seen like Meliodas done that. Like the first time he like did it cocky, like when he was going against all the commandments. Now it's just him there by his brother, and he's just like, wake up and stop being imprisoned by that woman. Meliodas don't fucking care. He's going in. If this is a way for him to break the curse, he's gonna do it in any way that he fucking can, and he wants that revenge. And I really hope this just isn't a tease to come and all that for later on. I hope we do get round 2 and all that. Like, now, albeit and all that, if this is gonna be the actual final round of Zeldris and like Meliodas, I don't know and all that. They've been building up to this since like the start of the introductions of the 10 Commandments. This has been something for a very long time, and I still think we need to know exactly why exactly Zeldris is doing this and all that. We still like need to understand a little bit more about like what back in the day as well, and like clearly he has a lot of fucking hatred towards his brother because he was like, he used to fucking look up to him, and it's like my older brother Meliodas and all that. I want to just be like him, and then he betrayed his kind. So, like, he doesn't understand that. So, like, I'm hoping we get a little bit more from Zeldris' side soon. But other than that, like, this is what I've been kind of liking about Sins for a while, is that we've been getting multiple things focusing on in the story, and it's all been coherent, and it's been really fucking strong. I think this is a really goddamn good chapter. Like I said, the only bit that I didn't like about the chapter, I feel like Diane, like, the more and more Diane cries and whines, she just keeps going down on that fucking list. And I don't think I'm the only one that says that she is the weakest Sins member at the moment. Like, she's just really has gone insufferable. Like, I can't stand fucking, like, going for her. But then again, like, Barn, and also as well, like, I can't even say Galva has gone up like that. Albeit we haven't seen too much on that Escanor for a while, and I want to see a little bit more of Merlin. I'm a little bit biased with like Merlin. I always thought she was really cool and all that since she's left. I think she's gotten better every time we understand a little bit more about her. But generally, like, like, I still think like some like my favorites out of all of them, all that will still be like Meliodas, Barn, like Merlin, like, and like their Escanor, like they're practically like that's pretty much the order right now, and it's like, when like Galva was one of the lowest for me, and like now he's already got like I think he's way better than fucking King, and I think it's Diana. I still think King is displaying himself a little bit more better than what Diane is. So we'll go by that and all that. Doesn't mean that she's turned into a bad character, but she just needs to stop acting like shit like that way and all that, because it's that type of character I just can't stand in a series and all that. But let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. What do you think about the Sins chapter and all that, and let me know and all that whether or not you want to see a few more discussions and all that, or even a few more like couple chapters and all that, Sins and all that. I'm very curious to see what you guys think. But that's all from me. Thank you as always for watching, and I'll see you guys though next time.